Hello, welcome. In this video, we are going to be doing the derivative of sine x from first principles. So we want to see why the derivative of sine x with respect to x is cosine x. To begin with, I'm going to let y to be equal to sine x. Okay, I just assume some function y equals sine x. And let's suppose there is a small change in y. So we'll have y plus a small change in y. Of course, if there is a small change in y, the change also has to be in x. So on the right hand side, I have sine of x plus delta x. Alright, so I can take this y over to the right hand side. I'll have delta y equals sine x plus delta x, the small change in x, okay, minus y. But of course, originally we know that y equals sine x, so delta y equals sine x plus delta x minus sine x. Okay, let's use the factor formula here. We know that if I have sine of A minus sine of B, this is the same as 2 sine of A minus B over 2 cosine of, okay, just make this better, cosine of A plus B over 2. This is one of the results of the factor formula. Alright, so there we go. Now we have delta y equals, so we have 2 sine of this minus this, okay, so we'll have only delta x divided by 2, then we have cos of this plus this, that's 2x plus delta x divided by 2, okay, so there we have it. Now the next step here is that for small angles, so for small angles, okay, we know that for small angles, this approximation works. Sine of an angle, let's say delta x over 2 is going to be approximately the same angle, delta x over 2. Alright, that works when delta x over 2 is a very small angle, approximately 0. So, using this approximation, I now have, okay, so I have delta y equals, so I have 2 times, so this is now delta x over 2, because delta x over 2 is a really small angle, okay, times the cosine of 2x plus delta x over 2. So as you can see, this 2 cancels with this 2. Alright, so now we have delta y equals delta x times cosine of 2x plus delta x divided by 2. Now let's divide by delta x on both sides. I'm going to divide by delta x on both sides, so I have delta y divided by delta x on the left hand side. On the right hand side, I have cos of 2x plus delta x divided by 2. Okay, so we're almost there. Remember, we want the derivative with respect to x of sine x. So we know that if we take the limit, okay, let's write this in blue. This is important. If we take the limit as delta x tends to 0, the limit of delta y, the limit of delta y over delta x as delta x tends to 0, this gives us dy dx, okay? So I'm going to take that limit here, so I'll have dy over dx equals, so I have cosine, this is 2x, delta x is tending to 0, so that's a 0 divided by 2. And so I have dy divided by dx equals cos of x. And there we have it, the derivative of y. Y, remember, is sine x. So the derivative of sine x with respect to x equals cosine of x. Thanks for watching this video. If you found this helpful, leave a comment below, give me a thumbs up, and tell me what I should do for my next videos. I'll see you again. Thanks.